Floods in southern China have triggered an unusual and dangerous emergency. Around 900 snakes, including venomous cobras, escaped after floodwaters destroyed a snake farm in Hangzhou.
A flood disaster in southern China has created a second nightmare for local residents. As if losing their homes to rising water was not enough, people in Guangxi now have to deal with something even scarier. Hundreds of snakes, including deadly venomous kraits and cobras, escaped from a flooded snake farm and are now hiding inside people's homes. This strange and terrifying story began during the same disaster caused by tropical storm Maisak. Heavy rain hit the Guangxi region for days, causing rivers to overflow and reservoirs to break. One of the places hit hardest was a village called Dengwei, located in Hangzhou, and this village was home to a snake breeding farm, when two nearby reservoirs, called Liulan and Yunbiao, broke open. A massive wave of water rushed through the area. The snake farm did not survive. Floodwaters completely washed it away, breaking open all the enclosures that once kept hundreds of snakes safely contained. According to local officials, somewhere between 800 and 900 snakes escaped from the farm. This is a massive number. To put it in perspective, that is almost 1,000 snakes suddenly set free into a flooded village, with nowhere for residents to run and nowhere for the snakes to go except into the streets, the floodwaters, and eventually people's homes. Snake farming is actually a well-known industry in this part of China. Guangxi is home to an enormous number of snakes raised for medicine, traditional treatments, and anti-venom production. In fact, reports say that by a few years ago, Guangxi already had close to 20 million snakes being raised across more than 14,000 different farms. Most of these farms raise three main types of snakes: cobras, king rat snakes, and water snakes. Out of these, only the cobras are venomous, but this disaster was not limited to just one type of snake. Video footage shared online showed something even more alarming: a highly venomous many-banded krait swimming through the floodwaters. Kraits are known to be one of the most dangerous snakes in the region, with venom that can be deadly if not treated quickly. Residents who once felt safe in their homes suddenly found themselves living with an invisible threat hiding in the water, under furniture, and even inside their walls. Videos posted online by frightened villagers showed snakes swimming calmly through flooded streets, their heads poking above the water like small periscopes. For people already dealing with the loss of their homes and belongings, this added a whole new layer of fear and danger. Sadly, this crisis has already caused harm. Local reports confirm that a woman died after being bitten by a snake, possibly a cobra, that is believed to have escaped from one of the flooded reptile farms in the area. Several other people have also reported being bitten. This shows just how real and serious the danger has become for people trying to survive the flood, and now also avoid snake bites in their own homes. Village leader Wu Zhi, who oversees the Dengwei Village Committee, spoke to local media about the situation. He explained that most of the snakes had likely already been swept further away by the floodwaters. He said only a small number remained near, floating garbage and debris in the standing water. According to him, most of the snakes that rescue teams have managed to capture so far are non-venomous water snakes, not the more dangerous cobras or kraits. Still, officials are not taking any chances. Authorities have responded quickly to this danger. Emergency rescue teams have been sent into the flooded areas specifically to search for and capture escaped snakes. These teams are going house to house, checking inside homes, yards, and nearby areas to catch any snakes that may be hiding. According to reports, the snake catchers are mainly using fishing tools and electric fishing equipment to safely capture the reptiles without putting themselves in danger. Officials have also issued a clear warning to villagers. They are urging residents who do not have professional snake catching experience not to try to capture any snakes themselves. This is extremely important because trying to catch a venomous snake without proper training and equipment can lead to serious injury or even death. Instead, officials are asking people to immediately report any snake sightings to their local village committee. Once a report is made, trained professionals are sent to handle the situation safely. In areas hit hardest by the flooding, one local civilian snake catching team worked almost non-stop for 2 days straight. According to reports, this small team of only 7 or 8 people managed to capture between 2,000 and 3,000 snakes in that short time. And while that number is shockingly high, most of what they caught were non-venomous rat snakes rather than the more dangerous cobras or kraits. Even so, the sheer number of snakes shows just how widespread this problem has become across the flooded region. Local hospitals are also playing an important role in this crisis. Health officials have confirmed that hospitals in the area have enough anti-venom serum to treat snakebite victims, as long as those victims are able to reach medical help in time. This is a crucial detail, because with venomous snakes like kraits and cobras now loose in populated areas, quick treatment can be the difference between life and death. To help protect themselves, residents have been given some simple safety advice. Local reports suggest that people sprinkle snake-repellent powder near entrances to their homes, since snakes are known to avoid strong or unpleasant smells. For those who must go outside, experts recommend avoiding areas where snakes are known to gather and using a long stick to check tall grass or bushes before walking through them. These small steps may seem simple, but in a crisis like this, they can offer real protection. This snake crisis adds to what is already a deeply painful disaster for the people of Guangxi. Beyond the snakes, the flooding has caused widespread damage to homes, roads, and local wildlife. Even a local zoo faced a similar life or death situation. The zoo's owner said staff risked their own safety to lock down cages holding dangerous predators as the floodwaters rose, in order to prevent them from escaping and creating even more danger for nearby residents. Sadly, 3 lions at the zoo drowned despite these efforts. In addition, more than 16,000 pigs were swept away by the flooding, with rescue workers using heavy machinery to lift stranded animals out of the water like a giant claw machine. As floodwaters slowly begin to recede in some areas, it remains unclear exactly how long the snake threat will continue. Experts say that with hundreds of snakes still unaccounted for, some may continue hiding in flooded debris, damaged homes, or overgrown areas for days or even weeks to come. Until enough of these escaped snakes are captured, residents have been told to remain alert and cautious, especially when entering damaged or previously flooded buildings. This unusual and frightening chapter of the Guangxi flood disaster highlights just how unpredictable and dangerous natural disasters can become. What started as a severe weather event caused by Tropical Storm Maysak has turned into a multi-layered crisis, one involving broken dams, lost homes, missing residents, and now venomous snakes finding their way into people's living spaces. For the villagers of Hangzhou, safety today does not just mean staying above the floodwaters. It also means checking every corner of their homes before stepping inside. As recovery efforts continue and rescue teams work tirelessly to capture the remaining snakes, one thing is clear. This disaster will not be remembered only for its floodwaters, but also for the terrifying and unexpected danger that slithered out of them. Here's your extra 600-word script on the same topic. The snake crisis in Guangxi has quickly become one of the strangest side effects of this year's flooding disaster in China. While rescue teams were still busy saving people trapped by rising water, a completely different emergency began unfolding at ground level. Hundreds of snakes moving freely through flooded villages, and in some cases, straight into people's homes. To understand how this happened, it helps to look at where these snakes came from. The Dengwei village in Hangzhou was home to a commercial snake farm, one of many similar farms found across the Guangxi region. Snake farming here is not unusual. In fact, this part of China has long been known as a center for raising snakes for traditional medicine, anti-venom production, and other uses. Before the flood, this farm likely looked like any other. Rows of enclosures holding cobras, king rat snakes, and non-venomous water snakes. But when 2 nearby reservoirs broke under the pressure of record rainfall, the farm did not stand a chance. The floodwaters tore through its walls, releasing hundreds of snakes into the surrounding village in a matter of moments. What makes the situation especially frightening is the mix of snakes involved. While many of the escaped snakes were harmless water snakes or rat snakes, some were dangerously venomous. Cobras, known for their deadly bite, were confirmed among the escapees. Even more alarming, video footage captured a many-banded krait swimming through the floodwaters, one of the most venomous snakes found in the region. Unlike cobras, kraits are known for being active at night and often bite people while they sleep, since their venom can cause paralysis before a person even realizes they have been bitten. This makes the presence of kraits inside flooded homes an especially serious danger for families trying to rest or shelter indoors. As news of the snake escape spread, panic understandably grew among local residents. Social media videos showed snakes swimming calmly through flooded streets, their heads visible just above the surface of the murky water. For many villagers, already dealing with damaged homes and lost belongings, spotting a snake gliding past their doorstep added a terrifying new layer to an already devastating disaster. Authorities responded by mobilizing emergency snake-catching teams almost immediately. These teams moved from house to house, searching yards, floodwaters, and damaged buildings for any sign of the missing reptiles. Rather than relying on dangerous manual capture methods, workers used specialized tools, including fishing equipment and electric fishing devices, to safely trap snakes without putting themselves at risk of being bitten. Local officials have been especially firm about one safety message. Villagers should never attempt to catch snakes on their own. Even someone who feels confident handling reptiles could easily misidentify a venomous species in a stressful, flooded environment. Instead, residents have been instructed to immediately alert their village committee the moment they spot a snake, allowing trained professionals to respond quickly and safely. Hospitals across the region have also prepared for a possible rise in snakebite cases. Officials confirmed that local medical facilities have sufficient stocks of antivenom to treat victims, but they stressed that timing is critical. A snakebite, especially from a krait or cobra, can quickly become life-threatening if treatment is delayed. This is part of the reason authorities are urging fast reporting of any snake sighting or bite, rather than waiting or trying to handle the situation privately.